Welcome once again to our message from our divine compassionate guides. My name is Julianne Duffy, and my purpose here is to live, speak, and seek the truth in all forms to help reconnect humanity to its highest form of authenticity. Thank you so much for joining me. My purpose is that these messages will help heal and serve you in the most divine way. Today I did a basic message. What guidance do the guides have for us today? What would they like us to look at, contemplate, and reflect on as we go through this beautiful day? And of course, this is appropriate to whenever you are watching it. This is the appropriate message for you for that day. And I am using the Sacred Spirit Reading Cards by Anna Stark. So I'm doing a quick 3-card pull, and let's find out what the guides have to say for us today. So starting with our first card here. Oh, beautiful. Clear and active. Create sacred space. So right off the bat, we are being guided that it is time to become active and activate our heart center, our connection to the divine, and cleanse our environment and create that sacred space. Some of the things this talks about is right now, we need to switch our focus. Being caught up in gossip, jealous conversations, low energy activities, repeated dramas, and toxic environments, those type of things must be shifted, must be released and let go. If we want to live a better life, we have to be accountable to our actions and our reactions. So this is really what I feel like we're being told right off the bat is that we've got to clear any negative energy, anything that's not suiting us, and activate the higher realms. That's your guidance. Like if we are really being stuck and trapped in these lower vibrations, that's not going to help us as we're going forward. So the first part of this message is we've got to, maybe it is creating that sacred space so we can take that time to connect to God, the divine, and our higher selves. And we need to really put that focus on keeping ourselves out of low energies and anything that's not of the highest vibration, right? So that's really where we're starting from, is get ourselves clear, get our focus clear, and get rid of those low vibrations. The next part of our message for today, open our intuition. Well, that makes sense. If we're living from a higher energy center, it's going to be easier to get an open intuition and get the correct messages. So it's like seek clarification, because maybe as we're opening our intuition, are we getting the correct messages, or are they being what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of shaded over or blocked because we're in those low energy spaces, right? So if we clear our energy, activate, and are working on getting into the higher realms, we're going to get the right messages. But if we're not, we might need more clarification. Possible misinterpretations can happen if we're not in that right mindset. And we must learn to decipher our internal guidance. We are receiving many messages, and we can be misinterpreting the meaning because we're not in that right space. So make sure that we are doing the work to clear out the low vibrations, low energies, anything that is not for the greatest good for ourselves and others, of course. That's going to help us be more in tune with getting that correct intuition and those correct messages, that we're interpreting them the right way, right? And focus on clearing our mind, resetting our psychic antenna, and remain open to receiving signs and messages as you continue to build your skills and using our abilities of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, because we all have different skill sets and different magical, I call them magical, but they are inherent abilities, and we all have different ones, and some are stronger than others for each of us. So really, these two seem to be hand in hand for sure. Clear our energy centers, activate that heart chakra. That's how I feel this one's really kind of coming out. Create that sacred space if you need to assist. And that's going to help us get the right message, because we're getting a huge amount of downloads right now. It's a very auspicious time. There's a lot of information coming around, but we need to be making sure we're interpreting the messages in the most appropriate way so we can assist ourselves and others. And then the last part of our message for today kind of shaded there, our astral travel. Caution needed. So again, if we're not really clear and we're not completely connected, this is a warning a little bit that as we go and get these messages, we want to make sure we're going into the right areas. Observe our surroundings, make sure we're not being pulled into lower dark energies and that we're not getting the incorrect intuitive guidance, right? So we're getting a message, but we're not translating it properly because we're stuck in gossip, low energy activities, anger, any of those things. And when we get rid of those and we clear them, because that's really the first part of the message, we've got to get clear and focused and know what is our purpose. And our purpose here is to be these beautiful, spiritual, divine beings. And so when we clear and activate them, our intuition and our open intuition, we're going to get the right clarification, the right messages. And then astral travel is going to be, it is possible. We do it all the time, but we're going to be more prone to go to the right realms and be led and guided in the right direction versus, having to be cautious because the astral information and experiences are affected by fear-based thoughts and energy frequencies. So that's really why this first card is telling us to clear and activate ourselves. So as we go forward, we're not, persuaded or drawn into the wrong energies that are going to affect it. We don't want to go into the wrong places when we're astral traveling. We don't want to get the wrong messages. We want to keep ourselves clear and in that abundant love, gratitude mindset, right? Keep our vibration high. Alert your senses to any unwanted energetic connections that can influence you in a negative or spiritually abusive way. I feel like that's very apparent. Really, our guidance for today, when you are seeing this message, get yourself clear. Get rid of those negative energies, those low vibrations. Work on connecting to that divine, your higher self, God, the divine, whatever you resonate with, getting yourself into those positive, beautiful energies in that sacred space. Because that's going to assist us because there's a lot of information coming to us and we want to get those correct downloads. We want to be in the right mindset and making sure that, again, when we're traveling and when we're getting these messages, that we're not affected by fear-based low frequency energies and being drawn into doing the work of the not of the highest realm. We don't want to be passing on messages that bring people into low vibrations or contribute to the wrong information to keep us as slaves in this system. We want to be free, beautiful, spiritual beings. Well, a wonderful message as always. And I do intend that this does help you for today when you see this message. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to stay up to date with all of the messages. And until tomorrow, have a beautiful day. Namaste.